Dear Cristiano, it's really hard to pay you a proper tribute, to find the right words, so I'll keep it simple. You completely changed my life. This moment, it definitely made me the player that I am today. But I'll come back to that later, because I want to tell you everything. But where to start? Maybe from the very first day I saw you play. Because you're my first football memory. The confused memory of a 7-year-old kid who was stressing out in front of his TV watching France-Portugal in the 2006 World Cup semifinal. I was supporting both teams because there were two geniuses on the pitch, one on each squad. The legend Zidane on one side, a young, bold striker on the other, a certain CR7 Ronaldo who immediately caught my attention. Why? Couldn't say. It's the kind of thing you feel without really being able to explain it. Then there's the second football memory that comes to mind. More clear, transparent. I can see you wearing this flashy red Manchester United jersey and scoring this wonder goal against Arsenal, a 38-yard free kick in the Champions League semifinals. I screamed like a madman. I must have been around 10 years old, but I already knew that you'd just done something superhuman. But it was at Real Madrid that you truly became my idol, because I started to understand football and just how much you dominated it. Your goal, your side steps, your celebrations, your intensity, your desire to always be the best. You fascinated me. So I bought all the football magazines just so I could have your posters and put them up in my bedroom. But Kylian, you don't even read them. My mother had had enough. I loved this intensity you had in every Classico. When you shouted "Calma" at the Camp Nou, imagine a young 13-year-old Kylian spinning around and also shouting a huge "Calma" at all his friends who were Barca fans. I love how much your opponents hated you. In fact, that made me love you even more. When I saw you dribbling and being criticized for showing off too much, I only had one desire: to recreate these dribbles in training or a match. They might criticize me, but they couldn't stop me. A little jump forward in time. I'm 14. I know a lot of scouts' eyes are on me. And one day, after training, I got a call. It was Zinedine Zidane on the phone.
Kylian, we know you're a Real fan, and we wanted to surprise you. We'd like you to come to Madrid so you can visit our training center. I'll show you around, and you'll be able to meet all the players on the first team. How does that sound?
I remember asking at least 5 times.
Is it really you, Mr. Zizou?
It was indescribable. After this call, I smiled like an idiot. I was jumping all over the place. Zidane was one of my favorite players along with you, Cristiano, so, I can't describe what I was feeling. It was almost as good as scoring in the World Cup final. I arrived at the Valdebebas training complex with stars in my eyes. Not everyone gets to have Zidane as their tour guide, but the best moment was when Zidane said to me, "You're going to meet Cristiano Ronaldo. He's just finished training. Are you ready?" My heart was beating so fast, I felt like it was going to burst out of my chest. It was completely crazy. I could hear myself breathing, even if I was trying to appear calm. And then I saw you, Cristiano. So simple, so calm. You smiled at me right away. Is he the little prodigy? We took a photo together. You spoke to me in English. You said things about my skills, about work. To be honest, I didn't understand any of it. I'm actually pretty good at English, but I was so shocked to be in this moment that I couldn't think straight. I couldn't understand what was happening to me. And you didn't notice, but that moment really motivated me to turn pro, to follow in your footsteps, so that one day a kid would have posters of me in their bedroom. They'd meet me, take a photo with me, and have their life completely changed like I did. Well, I look really stupid in the photo, but I was so happy. Just a kid whose dream had come true. You definitely don't remember this day, given all the people you meet, but I'll always remember it. Days later, I was a machine on the pitch. Seriously, no one could stop me. The following weekend, we won 7-0. I scored 7 goals. And of course, I did your celebration every time. After meeting you, I was ready, not only to turn pro, but ready to become a great player. But I knew it was too early to sign for Real Madrid, or in another major European club either. So when Chelsea came calling, despite a successful trial, my parents and I said no. We wanted to take our time, and we were right to do so. When I really started to make my breakthrough at Monaco in 2017, I was still unbearable when it came to defending you at all costs. As Abadou Diallo said, if you talked about Messi and dared to say he was better than you, I'd get into hour-long debates. People weren't allowed to criticize you. That same year, you sent me a message telling me that I had a lot of potential and incredible talent. That motivated me even more to go further. Then in 2018, the big moment arrived. I faced you for the very first time with my PSG side against your Real Madrid in the Champions League. You were no longer just a photo, a poster in my bedroom. You were my opponent. I was furious by the end of this two-leg clash because you scored 3 goals and knocked us out. In the following days, for the first time in my life, no one was allowed to say your name, otherwise I lost my temper. But a month later, my inner fan showed his face again. You scored that insane bicycle kick against Juventus and someone who is today my friend, Gigi Buffon. This goal left an even bigger impression than all the ones I saw you score when you were young.